the kitchen of intrigue, Kurt Jackson and Chris Callell are cooking up a batch of mystery soup.
Each episode serves a new blend of tips, tactics, trends, and tales from the business and design sides of the escape room world.
So grab your spoon, because this episode starts in 3, 2, 1.
Mystery Soup.
Welcome to the Mystery Soup Podcast. I'm Kurt. Over there is Chris. Over there meaning Indiana.
Yeah.
And while I'm in Florida. What are we talking about today?
The most important podcast, what Chris and Kurt would like to see escape room businesses start doing. Like this is the go-to list. We are the end all be all. If they
are
don't
we
have
the
it,
end all
yeah.
be all?
They don't have the
In
escape
our
room that
own
I
worlds,
like.
anyways.
Yeah. The escape room I like. Why even bother existing as an escape room? Some of these things on my list though, I've almost walked out of rooms. Like phones. That's my number one. Number one. Don't take my phone away. That is, first of all, I it's not like I'm going to have some kind of evening primetime special where I am revealing all of your answers to your escape room on NBC.
I did
right,
put stop making us use lockers. So same
yes.
thing.
Okay,
Yeah.
No, I need my phone. I am an important person. Somebody might call me. I doubt it. But you don't need to take my phone. Trust me a little bit. Yeah, I'm paying this much money to come in your business. Trust me a little bit to not pull out my phone and record something. And even if I do, who cares? What am I going to do with it that is going to just ruin your business and your livelihood? Stupid. You know who you are in Peoria. All right.
Peoria, right?
Never going again. Second escape room I ever did.
I like the idea of having lockers available. Like if we want to use them, so Tina could put her purse in, and
especially in multi-room rooms where I'm not going to end back up at the first. Like if I'm going to end back up at the first room and I can just grab all my junk that I left there, that's fine. But if I'm not ending up at the same room I started, locker's nice.
Locker's nice. But I agree.
Yeah, that's number one for me. That is a deal breaker now. I think they, at this point, if somebody tried to say I had to put my phone away, I'd probably turn around and walk out.
Wow.
That's where I'm at.
All right. One big thing for me.
Is this your number one? Number one red flag?
You know what? I got a bunch of number one red flags. Okay. But I just wanted to go on because of locking stuff up is flashlights. Right? So if you lock up the phone, you're on flashlights. Now, sometimes we have a hard time seeing in these rooms, especially locks.
Especially as I'm getting older.
Especially as you're getting older, and which sucks. And I didn't know when I was younger that it was really a thing that as you got older, your eyesight in the dark is not as good. But we have started carrying little keychain flashlights. We need flashlights, or we need a very young person, young people's eyes.
Yep.
But if you're making an escape room and you're charging
the young people can't afford that
$40, it's the adults who are going to be able to pay for this, not the young people. So, yeah. Let us use our flashlights or provide flashlights, even better. And I get it where some people are like, oh, they have a puzzle that's activated by a light, so they won't get it to. Then turn up the lights to where we can actually see.
Tell me. I'm not going to try and there must be a ton of people out there cheating in escape rooms because they're always, I'm like, just tell me. I'm not going to try and ruin the experience. Like, I want to enjoy it.
Right.
I don't know. Are there people out there that do this? It's whatever. They paid you money.
Hey, let me play my game.
That's right. That's right. Oh, that's crazy. A good one. I like that one. All right. My next red flag, deal breaker. Crawling, number one. If I have to crawl, like I'm okay if there is a crawling element, I will make Carrie do it. As long as she can go into that room and then unlock a side door for me to walk in.
That's what I do with Tina.
Especially my fat self. Like, absolutely not. But Kurt, we did a room. The four of us did a room in Florida. And we had, it wasn't a short, like just crawl under the wall.
No.
It was several feet we were crawling.
Mm-hmm.
And number one, the next room had gravel in it for the aesthetics, I guess, and several pieces of that gravel had gotten out onto the crawl space we were in. So every so often our kneecap would hit this tiny little pebble. And now I really am old because it just broke a kneecap. And then we also had to crawl. Like, it wasn't just we're crawling and then we're done. We had to go back and forth multiple times.
And it was like 12 to 15 feet long.
Yeah, it was so long.
Oh, it's horrible.
Absolutely not.
In fact, I remember you guys going back the last time. I was like, I'm staying in this room.
Yeah.
I'm not coming back. And you were taking so long. And I was like, oh, I guess I got to go back.
I feel like the second or third time we're like, are we missing a door? We're shouting at cameras. Is there a door? Should we be opening a door somewhere?
No
that
answers.
We missed? Nothing. Crawling. Red flag. Deal breaker.
Are these all deal breakers?
Well, some of the, you know me, I'm feisty. Some of them are going to be deal breakers for me.
So if we're going to be like, don't do this,
I will sit on a floor and throw a fit.
Yeah, that both of us, right? So stop with the metal locks, the locks that you can't see, and then if you shine a light on, it shines back.
Well, they could be metal. It's not the metal that's bad.
It is the metal that's bad.
No, because the fort locks are metal.
No, they're black with white.
Guess if your metal's painted.
Yeah, maybe painted metal's fine. But I mean, there's plenty of locks you can use that you don't have to use ones that are hard to see. I guess that's what it is. The ones that are hard to see. I'll take a directional lock over any of those.
I love me directional locks.
I do too. I think we're on the weird side apparently, but
a lot of people don't like them.
I'm down with the directional locks.
That is not a deal breaker for me. That is a deal winner. I don't know the opposite of a deal breaker. Like this. All right. Next red flag for me. Waivers. Online waivers. What is happening in all these escape rooms across the country? That like are people being mutilated and dying? Because I have signed a waiver, and sometimes when I go back to the same escape room, I have to fill out another waiver for a whole different. It's ridiculous. Like, what is happening in all these rooms? Are people getting hurt like ridiculous amounts? There's just so many waivers. Bowling is more dangerous. I do not fill out any waivers for bowling.
That's true. I mean, you go to Disneyland, you don't have to fill out a waiver.
No. Roller coasters, no.
You go even skiing, right?
I would think so. I don't remember filling out a waiver when I went skiing.
No, it's kind of like it's an implied waiver, I guess.
Is it just a thing that like it started that way and then like I was like, oh, I guess every other escape room does it. Maybe we should do it.
Well, I think partly, but also at this point, I think it's to collect email addresses
probably
of each player. The thing is, though, I don't know how many waivers I've signed, but I rarely get promotional emails from anyone. My big thing is on the waivers when they ask for birth dates. I'm like, why do you need a birth date? If it's for statistics purposes, like you want to know who's coming that's this age, then do a 20 to 29 and 30 to 30. I'll pick one where my age is. But it feels like giving your birth date is like giving too much personal information. Like you could use that. It just doesn't make sense. Or just ask for the year. I don't know. Every time they ask for a birth date, I'm like, why do they need this information? But I will say on the waiver thing, what I would like to see escape rooms do is make sure they're available online so we can fill them out before we get there.
Oh yeah.
Or through the email, the confirmation email.
Yeah, most of them are on some kind of device anyway when you get there. Just make that available online.
Yeah.
I did lie at my last escape room. They asked, did you fill out the waivers online? I go, sure did. I did not.
And they just were like, okay.
Yeah, they just believe me. I'm done filling out waivers. Wow.
A lot of people will put fake names anyways. Fake information.
It's a good idea.
Yeah.
Start putting your information on.
Yep. Send them to me.
I've never gotten an email, so it doesn't matter.
You've never gotten an email from any place?
Nope. No one has ever sent me
if they're not using it for marketing purposes,
nope.
I don't know. I will ask the insurance and I will report back to you.
Good. I'm excited to hear.
Stop. You mentioned this. Stop using low success rates, or stop
Oh, that was my
success
next
rates
one.
at all.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is a deal breaker.
Don't make your rooms so difficult that your success rate is 15%. I won't go. We won't go. It doesn't sound fun to me.
So when you say 15%, it's because you have some stupid riddles or stupid puzzles that make no sense to nobody. And that's why you're 15% escape rate, because you poorly designed your room.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so
no, I'm just not interested in playing a game like that.
Yep. That's definitely. Now here's one we may differ on. How do you feel about actors in the room? I am more with Tina on this, I think. And her and I agree a little bit more than, because you like actors. You enjoy that.
I do, as long as I don't have to banter with them.
Yeah.
So I like the whole acting thing. It gives it a little bit, I don't know, more excitement. And I think back on some of our favorite games, they all had actors.
Really? I mean, yeah. Servants of Slight, probably my number one game. And he was in there at least
a couple
twice.
Times. Yeah.
And I didn't have to talk to him. That helps.
That helps. That helps. I think that's the big thing. Although there was one where we had to go back and forth, and I had a great time, and Tina was like, she gets very anxious about that. But
you enjoyed the room.
Some
See
people
You
love
Adventures. The room we did the Dungeons and Dragons game night.
Yep.
There was an actress in there, and
that was okay, but you had to. You did have
to talk to her, and I don't like that.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
like,
true.
Kurt, you're up.
We did one. I'm not going to say the name because it is a loved game, but we did one game where the actress, she wore like a half face mask, and she talked in this accent, to make it more whatever. I couldn't understand a word she was saying.
I'm gonna need subtitles.
Seriously, the other Tina and the other person we were with, they were getting it, but I was like, I'd catch every other word. It felt like. The thing is, I guess we weren't doing what she wanted. She was getting frustrated. Like we weren't picking the right things or saying the right things. And so she was getting frustrated, and she would say, "No, I asked you this." And we're like, "What? We don't quite understand what you're saying."
Yeah.
And now one of us being stupid, me, that is understandable. But all three of us,
that's right.
Come on, it's on her. So
that's right.
So when it's something like that, it kind of ruins the experience. But we know that this particular game is one that people enjoy. And that's where I talked last episode about consistency.
Yep.
And if you have that experience with one actor, could be great. You have it with the next actor and you're like, oof, they ruined it for us. So that's how I feel about it. But yeah, some of the games we played, loved having actors in them.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have been the same game. So, but you don't at all, ever?
It's not an ever. I just don't want to interact with them. So they're okay. They don't like tick me off. It's not a deal breaker or even a red flag, as long as like you're there and I don't have to talk to them.
Yeah.
Or if Carrie's there, I'm like, this is you. And she's like you. Carrie needs the subtitles too.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk. That's not my thing.
You talk to everybody all the time. What are you talking about?
Those places you go to, like, I will never go to a comedy show where I know the comedian calls people out of the crowd.
Yeah.
Or like a magic show where they might pick me. Absolutely not. No, I need to know ahead of time so I can look amazing. I'm not going to go up there.
You don't always look amazing, Chris?
I do normally, but if somebody makes me look like a fool, like,
yeah,
that's risky.
Hey, everybody else will enjoy it though. Just think about
true.
Think about how much enjoyment you're giving.
My staff here would love that, I'm sure, because I've never looked stupid ever here at camps, so they would love to see that.
So I guess my last thing as far as don't do this, the red flag is intro videos inside of the room. Like if you're gonna have an intro video, have it outside the room, because once you're inside, I'm pretty good about watching it, but Tina, she is doing puzzles already. She's looking around the room and everything else, and I'm like, pay attention. but I get it. I get it. There's distractions everywhere. So don't have your intro video in the room.
Yeah. We did that in Gatlinburg. There was a group of all of us camp directors. So people that expect children to listen to the instructions all the time.
Right.
The lady told us, like, okay, we're going to play, we're in the room. We're going to play a little intro video. You're going to need to know there's actually information in the video you need to know, which I hate too.
Right.
As soon as she walked out the door and closed the door, everyone's like, all right, I got a 4-digit lock here. I got like, no one is listening to the video. Halfway through the thing, we're at the very end. And she's like, now remember from the video, what do you need to do? We're like, we have no idea because we didn't watch it. And so, yeah, we were way off.
And I would also say, if you're going to have your staff give the intro, that they should do it with a little pizzazz.
Excitement, something.
Yeah.
Even going over the rules.
Yeah, don't just read it. That place that we did that made us lock up our stuff.
Yeah.
And how she went over that it's like 2 pages of rules.
Do you know?
And she was so monotone.
I don't think they exist anymore.
No, I think Chris said they closed down.
Yep. I thought that's what she said.
Or at least that part of it.
Shocker. Tying in with that and the rules, though, one of the things that always annoys me, sometimes the game masters will ask you, oh, how many games have you done? Now you're at like what, 300, 200? I mean, Tina's at 5.
I'm at 450.
450, yeah. That's, I mean, people always act surprised when I say 80. I'm at 80, like, ooh, 80 is a lot, which it is, but it ain't no 500. But when Tina says 500, do they still give her the rules?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Like, by
Every
that
time.
point, it should just be like, you got this. You know what to do. Don't break anything. Like,
so one of the things that I want to do with our place is on the way, we're going to sign waivers, right? But on there, have how many rooms? Maybe. How many rooms have you played? So it'd be like none, 1 to 10. But if it's like 30 or more, I want the game master to go, everybody here has played more than 30 rooms. We're going to skip unless there's something very specific, like
here's
there
a lock
is
that's
a
just
cord,
ours.
you don't have to pull it kind of thing.
Yeah.
But otherwise, you guys know, because it's pretty much the same everywhere. We're good to go.
If it doesn't move with 2 fingers lightly.
Right. It's all the same.
I mean, I have a shirt that says Escape Room Master, squeeze the lock twice to reset it. Because I got so tired of hearing about the directional locks squeezing them twice.
And they always still.
And they'll read it to me and I just point to my shirt like I got it. But my last negative-ish one, I think it's the last negative one. It's not really a red flag or a deal breaker, but it is an annoyance. Is when they're game mastering multi-rooms.
Oh,
if they're going to be, if I hear that, oh, I'm going to be watching 3 different rooms at this time, I know immediately that you have no idea what I'm doing in my room, because there's no way you can keep up with what we're doing and what clues and all the place that we have talked about. That was the big problem. She kept giving us hints to something we already solved because she didn't pay attention.
Right.
Because she was watching the other room or something.
And there's software that every time you do a puzzle, it lets you know, right? So the game master is running multiple rooms, let's say, and we need a hint. They could come and they could see what puzzle you're on. Here's the problem is they have no idea all the things you've tried or the puzzle you're stuck on. So they give you a little hint and you're like, yeah, I know, I tried that. Oh, here's another little hint. I've tried that too.
Yep.
You're obviously not watching. We've tried all these things that you're hinting at. It's not working.
Yeah.
I just feel like if you're paying $100 to $200, you should have the attention of your $15 employee.
Yep. If we have to send Tina out to go find the game master,
somebody, right?
Because we dropped a light bulb inside something because that's where Carrie thought it went, and now we need it out. Like,
yeah, it's true.
It's true. Some of the TikToks I've seen, and I want to go to these escape rooms because I know these game masters are paying attention. They'll show something like a door opened accidentally, or something fell out that shouldn't have, or the clue fell out and they didn't see it, whatever it was. and it shows like the game master sneaking in and fixing it before the players know. And I always went like, that's a good game master, because they saw that this had happened.
Right.
They, and went to go take care of it, trying to sneak in. But I'm like, they're paying attention, because if you're not paying attention, you'd be like, oh, look, they got that door open already. So we're on to this one. And I'd start giving clues to the next thing. Yeah, those are good.
Supervise your game masters, train them and supervise them. Make sure they're just, maybe they're running one game, but they're on their phone the whole time.
Yeah.
It's still the problem. Or maybe they don't quite know how to give decent hints. That comes with training and time. But I know,
would you let your game master have phones?
At the hatch, they had their phones.
Dude.
And we thought about making them lock them up in if we have a new business, but I don't know. People are so attached, and if you give them expectations, you hope that they won't do that.
Yeah.
But it's a hard one. It's really,
I mean, I can see, especially if you're not busy.
right.
Like, I mean, although then you're paying somebody to sit there and scroll through TikTok. I don't know.
It's staffing is the hardest part of an
Yep.
escape room, because you don't know if you're gonna get bookings or not. And a lot of people will do the on-call thing. We're looking at that. So I don't know.
I'm tired of seeing Walmart workers with AirPods in. Like
All the time after COVID.
Yep.
We've checked into a few hotels and the desk clerk will have their AirPod in. What is going on?
Yeah.
Customer service has gone downhill.
Oh yeah.
It's crazy. So
Ridiculous.
yep, I want to bring that back.
Customer service.
Sexy. All right. So those are pretty much the ones
Those
that
are the
like,
negatives.
the negatives.
Now we need some good ones.
Well, maybe, I don't know if
Things
these
we
are
want to see.
things we want to see. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Here's a big one for me. I want to see discounts for multiple games, but I want it when you register. So if I do 2 games, I want it automatically to give me 10% off, right? Maybe the second game or whatever it is. I don't want to have to call and be like, hey, look, we're doing 4 games with you. Is there any way you can get a discount? Reward people for booking multiple games on the same day. I don't know. That's, I would love to see that.
An upsell that pops up right before you hit pay. Hey, if you add one more room on, we'll give you a 20% discount. Would you like to add another room?
We went to a place in LA and we went on Morty and it said, here's a discount code. So we go to book, the discount code didn't work. And we called and they're like, oh, that was last weekend's special discount. We don't have discount right now. So we're like, whatever. We booked 3 rooms.
Did they put it on there?
They put it on there.
Oh, come on, people. Update your discount codes online. Like,
so ridiculous. We booked 3 rooms. We go there and they had a TV that said, book your second room while you're here, get 20% off. And so I go to the girl, I go, why do we have to wait till we get here to get a discount? We booked 3 rooms. Can we get that discount? No, it's only when you add a game while you're here. We were so upset.
Next on things I would like to see, and we have talked about, I think I've talked about this in literally every episode. Merch. Give me some stickers. If you have some cool, fun, cartoony hint system or something in there. You were that toaster from
Immersive Machine.
Or the Odd Pie plant.
Right.
Or like I would buy the Hoot Nanny if they had a possum for sale.
Right.
Mama's possum. I would have bought it.
Yeah.
And I would definitely buy a sticker of it. I mean, the merch we offer here at camp, it's ridiculous what people will buy. Have some merch. You can make some extra money and it's cool. It helps me remember your game. I would have it out and be like, oh, that was a fun game.
When we were doing our RV trip, we would have bought a magnet from every single, good or bad. We would have bought a magnet from every single place. And like 3 places out of the 200 and some odd places we did had magnets. I agree. Crazy. And also I will say with like apparel, with shirts.
Yeah.
If it's just the name or logo of your place, unless I was like blown away and you are the best place ever, I'm not going to get that. but we were always looking for like enthusiasts,
funny shirts too.
Funny shirts. Yeah. And
That
things that weren't branded with your stuff, maybe in the little, like a little corner.
Put your
or something
brand
like
on
that.
there. Yeah, put your logo. Have a funny little squeeze a lock twice to reset it. Have your logo.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wear that to every other escape room I go to. Like
True.
that's a good mark.
Tina bought
she had a
4
couple
or 5 shirts. Yeah, maybe more.
I mean, it's rare they have the size I wear anyway. So
right. Exactly.
It's not like I'm a gay thing, but
so yeah, definitely I agree with the merch.
Time and Adventures. See you
Adventures, yep. And Time and Space.
Adventures, Time and Space. There we go. Has the Escape Our shirts as their merch. Like, they actually have an escape room shirt. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, we played those. That was intense. That was good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think merch, I know it's not going to be a huge money maker, but I especially like what you were saying. Like if there was a toaster, if there was crumbs, I would have bought anything Crumbs is on. And I know they've told, many people have told them the same thing. But it is an investment.
Melvin from
oh my gosh.
Puppet Heist.
Bureau. Yep.
Puppet Heist.
Puppet Heist.
Hand of Destiny or something. We asked about it then. We asked about it when we went back for another game about a year and a half later. Right. Like you got Melvin stuff? Nope. I'd buy it today.
Leaving money on the table.
I know.
It's crazy. It's crazy to me.
I tried to. I'm like, can I go get a picture of Melvin? I'll make my own dang sticker. Like,
right.
Good stuff.
I love that. So, kind of going on that, snacks. Make snacks available. Whether it's free, like at Immersive Machine, snacks are free. It was awesome. We played one game called Treasure Island in the LA area, and they bring you a soda. If you want, like they have the sodas out and you can take one if you want, and then they'll bring you another one. Awesome. That was awesome. But even if you have little snacks for sale.
Yeah.
So I just talked to an owner and she was saying people were asking for snacks for a place. And she was like, oh, I'll give it a shot. They go to Costco. They bought $50 worth of snacks one weekend, sold out, made $200. And now they're doing it every weekend. So
even just bottled water. There's some of those like,
it's true.
Dry. My mouth is like
just bottled water, please.
When we did the 4-hour escape room, they had donuts there. We didn't buy any.
That's right. They did have a
give
couple
us water.
Things.
We got something.
I don't think so. I think we had to buy it. We had our water bottles. You guys didn't. But
I don't remember. I know we needed it halfway through. We were like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, we should have ordered pizza, is what we should have done.
Yeah. Snacks. I like that. That's good.
Snacks.
We talked about this in the last episode a little bit. The parting gift. I talked about Servants of Slight, where they give you the certificate. You've joined the Magicians Network or whatever. You talked about the naughty list that you guys had at the hatch. Is that what you had it at?
Escape hatch.
Yeah, I mean that ink and paper, that doesn't cost much at all.
No.
And it was just a cool little from the 4-hour one, we got the buttons that I have up there.
Yeah.
We were awarded those. I you know what is not a good parting gift? Those stupid bracelets. The silicone bracelets. Keep those. I don't want those at all.
The buttons, if you buy a button machine, how much is a button? Well, I mean, it depends.
The button machines are pricey. Because I got the good one. I got the American button machine.
You did, yeah.
So you told me, you're like, you should get this one, and it was really good.
Yeah, but $500?
I don't even think it was that much. I feel like it was $2 something.
But with all the starter supplies,
the
right?
Buttons are
cheap, right? Once you have this, the machine,
it's like a penny a button is how much it costs.
It's like 10 cents, but yes,
it's so cheap.
So cheap to make those. We plan on doing that. I'm gonna get that and be like, hey, Game Master, you're not doing anything. Let's start making some buttons, or you can make them into magnets.
So
too.
Easy. Yep.
Yeah.
So easy.
And you can get different sizes if you want to be like, oh, we want a couple but there are the square ones, and I was thinking about doing those for magnets. Because there's a square cutter that they have on there as well. So
with a square kit, you'd have to buy a whole different button maker.
You'd have to buy a whole different button maker and everything else, but be nice to have that. So
something different.
Yeah,
Great,
so some kind
idea.
of parting gift There's all kinds of things. You just be creative into something that is specific to each game that people will want to hang up or keep around.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, going off that would be, and I talk about this all the time, are those marathon medals. So I want to see places have these things. Okay, the marathon medal, if they do all your rooms, but you got to have at least 4 rooms, right?
Yep.
So if they do all of your rooms in one day, then they get the marathon medal. Then I want to see milestone add-ons. So if this is your 100th room, you can buy the little trophy and little whatever as your milestone gift. It could be something that they purchase ahead of time, but you could have some kind of little cheapy thing to give away, like a certificate. Oh, it's your 100th room? Bam. And
That's marketing for you.
Totally market. I mean, Tina did
I'm
it
going to post that.
Yeah, Tina did Escape Ventures. We got the 500 balloons.
I saw that.
Got a cake, like a little personal cake. Had something. Oh, the trophy. Got a little trophy. So they went all out for 500. It was awesome. But yeah, do something like that or give a shirt. You know, if you have a shirt.
That I will post. I don't post the pictures that they take. That doesn't go on my social media. I don't know if other people do. I don't.
I do.
But that
not social media, on Morty.
Yeah. Yeah, just Morty.
Yeah.
But if you had, like Tina posted that 500 thing, like you gave me that, I would post my Servants of Light thing I posted.
Sure.
Yeah, my buttons I posted. Definitely.
So have milestone things or special occasion. If somebody's birthday, have something that you either give them or they can purchase. If it's an anniversary, if they're doing, somebody is proposing, have some little items. I really like Rabbit Hole in Colorado, Rabbit Hole Recreation Services. They have, as you are booking, pretty sure it's them. I'm sure somebody will correct me if I'm wrong, but as you're booking, it gives you the option to add on, say you want to put a note in there for somebody in the group. It'll be like in a puzzle, you open something. Oh, what's this little note? Or if you want a t-shirt or a little gift, but they have these add-ons that they'll put in the room. And I thought that was really cool.
Do you have to, and you pay for that? Or?
You pay for it. Yeah. You pay for it.
Probably not much.
No, it was like for the note, it's like $5 or t-shirt. You're paying just for the t-shirt and they'll do that.
I would totally pay $5 for you to open up a thing and have you say something like, Kurt, you're such a stupid butt nugget.
I would think it was funny.
I would totally pay $5 for that.
I'd be like, they know me. They know I'm stupid too.
Totally worth it. Love it.
But it's all about part of the experience. I'm all about the experience, not just the room, not just the game. What you're asking people to pay, it is $120 for Disneyland or Disney, right? Which is a lot of money, but that's all day.
And it's not 4 hours.
Yeah,
or it's a 4 hour 4 rooms.
Exactly.
Some of the rooms are $40, so now that's 30.
Some are 60 when you're playing just 2 of you. And so for an hour, you're asking a lot. So give them that experience. Make it memorable.
We talk in escape room like time. We went to Kings Island not too long. She's like, oh, it's $60. I go, that's only 2 escape rooms. Like that's 2 escape rooms, and that's only 2 hours. We're gonna get a full day at Kings Island.
Right.
So, but we do that all the time now. So that becomes our measurement.
Sure, like going to a movie and it's like, oh, $15. Yeah, but we're here for over 2 hours.
Yeah.
That's half of an escape.
I know. It's so accurate. But
oh my goodness.
It's not only that, like it's also good. So many people miss out on the marketing aspect. And I did not take any marketing in college or anything like that. But I feel like people that did would like just slap you like the option there to market and get more. Totally.
Capitalize on that. Yep.
All right. We both talked about that one forever.
Okay. So my next one would be have fun hint systems. Theme it to where it's fun. It doesn't have to be an animatronic or anything else, but at the very least, have your game master get into it and be a character.
Mm-hmm. Here's a great idea.
Okay.
This is gonna be amazingly fun. Every escape room this is so fun. When you ask for a hint, the TV dings and somebody is typing in something onto a PowerPoint slide that shows up. How fun does that sound? I mean, are you kidding me?
Okay, listen.
Immersive. If I'm on a pirate ship and I am on the 7 seas, and I'm like, I can't figure this out. I can't get in this thing. Ding. Did you check the treasure? Looky there. The magic screen in the sky out here on the ocean has given us a sign. Thank you.
Okay, listen. So there is one thing about that I appreciate with the text hints. Is if you have a hard time understanding what they're saying, or if you are deaf.
Yeah.
You know, although like Shad, you put notes underneath the door. He made it work.
We did one. Not only did it come across the screen, they had it on for about 10 seconds and then it disappeared. And one time the lady wrote a crazy long hint and we're like, oh, it's gone. We didn't get all of that. Like,
why would you do that? Yeah.
I do like the ones where they like make you do something stupid for a hint. Like those are kind of fun.
You like that? No, please stop that.
I think that's funny. I mean, not super stupid. Like if you all have to put your hands on your arms like superheroes and say, I enjoy that.
Okay, that's something like that. But if they make you dance around, like dance for your hints.
Yeah, no, those are stupid.
But yeah, have a fun hint system. I love a good hint system.
Next on the list, in-room photos. And we talked about this a little bit last episode as well, but not only like for your marketing purposes for your website to show your room before I book it, but also after. Let me take a picture with the giant dragon I defeated. Let me take a picture on the pirate boat that I was just captain of for an hour.
Right.
Like, don't make me go out and stand in front of your chalkboard wall or your hold up. I don't even like the signs anymore. You gotta hold up a sign. Like, I want to be in the room. I want to that I would show off. Like, look, we were pirates. Look,
right.
We got locked up. Whatever.
I can understand that if it's like the wow moment, you don't want to show it.
Maybe.
Because you want people to have that wow moment when they go in. But there's always multiple places in every room that you can take a picture that looks good and gives a feel of where you're at. Totally agree.
When we do ours, the goal is it's the end of the castle. You have to get to the treasure chest, get the golden pineapple, and there's always other treasure in there. And so I always tell the kids, we go back into the dining room because it looks more castle-y in there. It's got the castle decor. It's got the swords on the wall. Right. Like, we're going to go stand here. Everyone grab some treasure. Someone grab the golden pineapple and, throw the treasure, whatever. Like, let's make this a fun picture. And so we always do it that way. And it doesn't give away anything.
Yeah.
Like, I like that. When I market my room, the pictures I have online are actually of the room. It is not a castle I found on Google or whatever. It is literally
AI.
This is the picture from the room. And it's not, I made sure to hide locks or do different things. So you're not giving away anything.
All right.
Next.
I would love to see escape rooms decorating their restrooms. Theming them out. The best ones I think. Yeah, the best ones I've seen was a place called Daydream Adventures in Toronto. They had 2 separate restrooms. Both of them were decorated differently. But you go in, like the one I went in had lightning and there was like sounds and you hear like a little waterfall or something like that. I can't quite remember, but it was so cool. Yeah, that was me.
I hear a waterfall.
But it was so cool. The one that Tina went in was totally different. It was very whimsical and magical. And I remember you talking about one where you go in and you hit a button.
Yeah, I took a video of it. You hit a button and started a party.
Right.
The lights went off and all these colored lights came on and a disco ball. Like, it was fun. Music.
How fun. Do something like that. I was thinking, have a pirate one and you press the button. It's all yo ho yo, or okay, maybe not Disney. I don't want to get sued, but something that would be fun like that.
I got one for you. I just saw it on TikTok. It was at a bar somewhere. It was the ladies' restroom and they had this giant painting, like a old-fashioned painting, but it was like David or something. So he didn't have clothes on. And they had a tiny little box over his area, but it was on a hinge. So when you lifted it up, you'd see his junk underneath. Nope. When you lifted it up, it had a little note that said, just so you know, a bell went off in the bar. And everyone knows you lifted that. So you can have that. And like this digging would go off. Wow. So you would know, like, she was peeking. Like,
that's funny. What was the one at that spy restaurant that we went to? And in the women's restroom, there was something like that. And the bell would go off outside because Tina did it.
Yeah. I don't remember.
Can't remember. I got to ask her.
Well, that was the cool one too that you had to act a fool to get in. Yeah. And everyone's watching you on. Yeah. Yep. Everyone sees you on TV. Everyone had to do it to get in. But
that was a fun place. I enjoyed that.
They had a scavenger hunt. We never
did. A little scavenger hunt going around. They had a magician there. It was cool. Anything else?
Last one, music, sound. We kind of talked about this in the last episode too.
Yes,
a lot of other
music and sound
places or a lot of other people recommending this. Just silence. It's kind of eerie, and the music. I mean, that's one easy way to immerse yourself is just have some background sounds that fit. And so
exactly, absolutely agree. All right, yeah, that's a good list. Yeah. Those are all things that I need to keep this list.
Yes.
And make sure that I adhere to them.
I'll keep adding to it for you of all the things that I expect.
Do that. That should be very helpful.
Even more. No one else will enjoy your room, but I will. So that's all that matters.
I'm gonna say a couple little things that I'd like to see is an easy way. Every once in a while, we'll tip. Okay, I know tipping. A lot of people don't like that. I get it. Like I will never pre-tip. You have that on your website.
Yeah, that ain't gonna happen.
But I am never gonna pre-tip. However, if a game master went above and beyond, then I might give them something. I don't always have cash. You know, if there's like a Venmo option or something that I can do, that would be nice. The other thing is, it would be nice if the game masters wore name tags. Yeah, I like to see, oh, Jennifer, hey, how's it going? Because a lot of times we'll go out and be like, what was her name? Anyways, those are just little things, but
you didn't talk about lobbies. I think lobbies are important too. Yeah, good looking lobby right as you walk in, because that's your first impression of the place is a good looking. I mean, your first impression's the outside. Depending on where you're at, I mean, you can't really change the outside. Yeah.
But yeah, have a nice lobby and have some like music out in the lobby. Maybe have a couple of little puzzles or something that while you're waiting, you can fiddle with.
Yeah.
I don't know. Kind of too many lobbies here. Just like, ugh.
Make this more enjoyable. Cool. Alrighty. Well, this has been Kurt and Chris. Thanks for joining us on this thrilling adventure. Remember, in the pot of puzzles, every clue is a secret ingredient and every challenge is a chance to cook up something extraordinary. Stay curious, keep stirring, and never stop searching for the perfect recipe in the ever mysterious soup of life. Until next time, keep your wits sharp and your sense of adventure simmering.
Wow. See ya.
Mystery Soup. Mystery Soup. Mystery Soup.